must be the most fun dad ever to read books at night. And I mean, do you just go into character voices for the kids? Or do they, at this point, are they older? They're going, oh, God, Dad, stop.
Oh, yeah, I've had them tell me, stop. Please, could you just do your regular voice, Dad, please? You know, they're like, yeah, sure.
Outside of the movie world, what do you do when they come to you and there is that sort of sense of unassurance?
Oh, I mean, the only thing you can do, you know, I mean, the first and foremost is you know, unconditional love and support. That's really it. You just love them and try and steer them in the right way. You know, they come home, they've been, you know, because kids can be a little brutal here and there.
Mm-hmm. Especially as they're nearing junior high and
yeah.
Things get really brutal.
But you know, as long as you love them, support them, and you know, let them know how special they are, how unique they are. I think
That's all you can do.
You're golden, yeah.
And it's hard because they see you go into this world as such a success in what you do. How do you continue that at home?
I mean, my kids barely, I mean, you know, they don't, I mean, they know what I do, basically, but they don't really care, you know. I mean, it's never, you know, it's never really discussed at home. Maybe they'll ask me about a part in a movie or this or that, or a section of a film, but you know, they're not so interested, which I think is magnificent.
In this film, I know the kids got to come to set. Are you going to let them see it, though? Because it's kind of, I was a little scared, especially in 3D. Your kids are a little young.
No, well, my 2-year-old, she would, but she'd like, no, she loves monsters.
Does she?
She's more there than 6-year-old boy, but no, he can, because the thing that I think a lot of adults forget about children's literature is that it's weird, you know? I mean, great children's literature, you know, it's not very politically correct to drink something that says drink me or eat me that you don't know the ingredients. I mean, so it's just one of those things that, you know, is accepted as, you know, and there's a reason why it stays. So we never felt like we wanted to do anything that was darker or more weird than the material itself. So, and I felt good about that. I felt like it's, you know, it fits in the Alice world.
What was the biggest challenge for both of you?
Well, for me, it was just using all the different techniques that we wanted to use. It was a real puzzle. I never worked on something that was just such a weird kind of backwards process to making a movie. So there's that, and then there's just trying to be true to what you love about the Lewis Carroll characters in the Alice in Wonderland world. I mean, that was the key thing, I think, for all of us, to kind of take whatever we each loved about that and whatever's touched us about those characters and try to do it justice.
And Johnny, for you, the Mad Hatter, I mean, you have played such fantastical characters in the past, but he is an incredible dream to play, I would assume.
He was fun. He was a lot of fun to play.
How do you get into the head, excuse the pun, of the Mad Hatter?
Well, I mean, part of it certainly comes from that wonderful book, you know, Lewis Carroll's incredible imagination, and also these weird little, you know, these weird little cryptic kind of nuggets that he leaves throughout the book became very intriguing to me. So I used, like, I'm investigating things that begin with the letter M. Mm-hmm. And I was so intrigued by it, and I finally figured out that it has to do with basically the Hatter's disease, which is, you know, they used a lot of mercury in the glue when they built the hats, and they would go bonkers. They went nuts, you know. And it would manifest itself in different ways, kind of multiple personality disorders and things like that. So basically the Hatter became like a human mood ring, you know.
Have you ever wanted to off someone's head?
Off someone's head?
Every day.
I can remember a few occasions where I wanted to off someone's head.
It is a great expression, and I have to say, your wife does it very beautifully.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Screaming it at the top of her lungs in many different ways, yes.
She did say that you made her scream it so much at the beginning of the day so that you didn't have to hear her talk the rest of the way, especially when you got home.
That's true.
Because the film is shot on green screen, and I know you've obviously done this before, but there seems to be just that much more of a level of difficulty here in the challenges that were undertaken for this film. Johnny, as an actor, you do work so creatively, but how do you get over those sort of challenges of the green screen, of characters not really there to act with?
Well, I mean, in this instance, you know, other instances where I've done green screen, it's, you know, it can be very unpleasant, you know, and make it all the more difficult. But I mean, like, for me, with this particular role, with the Mad Hatter, I kind of enjoyed it. I enjoyed very much being around, you know, surrounded by all that green and you know, you know, having a conversation with a tennis ball, and I mean, like, it just made it even more bizarre.